Good afternoon, and the first thing I want to do is apologise for the lack of content of late. I had planned a couple of decent trips to the lakes after New Year. I was away over New Year skiing in France, so planned a couple of trips. But prior to me going away, the wife decided to crash my truck, so I've not had any transport now for 6 weeks. So I thought it was about time I had put some content on my channel, as I had promised to put something on there in January. So moving on to that, I've just quickly pitched my Vaude Terra Hogan 2. I did say I was going to do a bit more of an in-depth review on this, as the last 3 times I've tried to do it, it's absolutely poured it down on me, and I've had high winds, so the weather has allowed that to happen. But I've just sneaked out for sort of 20 minutes now, so I'm going to give you a quick run through the tent itself. If you've got any questions, just let me know. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to help. Please excuse the pitch. It's taken me about probably not even 2 minutes to pitch it. I've not torted all the guys out. I've just sort of pegged the sort of the corners and the back foot where your feet sort of go. It's like as you can see there, it sort of sits out the back to give you plenty of foot space. I will show you briefly inside. The only thing I would say with this tent, guys at Vaude, I don't think they can count, because when you actually get the tent, they send 6 pegs for it, and it needs, I think it's 13 to fully guy it out. But I can vouch for it in adverse weather conditions, because it's never seen sunshine, this tent. As I say, you got your front corner guy point, your guy point down the sides, and then one at the back, and then you've got the ones at the front. You'll notice how it pitches. It's like a double side entry door with 2-way zip. So it's a pretty cool sort of invention, in a sense. You can sort of open which side is sort of facing the nicer weather, or the better view, should I say. And then I say you've got 2 more guy points at the back as well. So if you guy that out, I've had this tent into about probably 40 to 45 mile an hour winds, potentially slightly more, at around about 700 meters. And it stood up to it. I won't go into too much detail on the inside, because I'm a bit pushed for time. But I'm 6'2", and about, I don't know, last time, apologies for the filming. So there's the interior, 2 side pouches, and another good feature of this tent is it pitches as one, so you can actually you can take the internal section out separately, to dry it and stuff like that, but as a tent it all goes up in one. And the first time I won't say it was tricky to put up, but there's a bit of a knack to it. As I say, I apologise for this pitch. This is probably the worst I've ever pitched it, and I haven't guided it out, and I haven't been around it. I've just literally stuck the pegs in and started videoing. But it's a pretty good tent. I think I paid around 200 quid for it. I do have the footprint, the floor, I think off the top of my head, 6,000 hydrostat. And the footprint itself, it doesn't come with the tent, but I've used it once, and if I'm honest, the fit of it's terrible, so I've never used it since. But yeah, that's the tent. If you're in the market for a tent and you want something that's solid, once you put all the pegs with it, the extra pegs that you need, because Vaude don't supply them, you're looking at around about 2.6, 2.7 kilos with the footprint, and about 2.5 without the footprint, roughly. But if you have any questions, then feel free to get in touch. Just thought one last thing I forgot to mention was sort of the pack down size. I tend to pack my my inner and my fly. Well, it all comes as one in this, so I always put that in a bag on its own, and then keep my poles separate. I'm a size 10, and they're an Altberg Nord cap to just give you an idea of sort of size. But if anyone's got any questions, then feel free to get in touch. Thank you.